do you want to tell the new folks what we're doing?
Hey, yes. So good evening, everybody. My name is Karen Joy, and I'm actually hosting today's class. And before class, we just kind of want to get on and hear a 1-minute testimonial of an oil that has worked really well for you. That's your go-to, whatever you'd like to share. So if you please feel free to either start your video and or unmute yourself, whatever. If you don't want to show your video, you don't have to. But Teresa, Amanda, we'd love to hear from you. I guess I can start. So I have been using Aroma Touch and Deep Blue in the evening together for my ankles and my legs when they get really sore. So that I love that blend. It's a part of my evening routine, and they work really well to take away pain and tension in my legs. Hi, Debbie. Amanda.
Hello.
Hey. Do you want to share something about a favorite oil experience or one oil you're using today?
My name's Elizabeth, and I have been using Magnolia and Manuka together for meditation, and it's been absolutely phenomenal, bringing the energy of the compassionate mother in to the ability of Manuka to uphold us through major transitions, especially spiritual transitions, and it's been absolutely phenomenal.
Wow.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Who else? Who's going to go next? Just jump right in.
I can jump right in.
Hi, Teresa.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Great, great. Okay, so I'm a newbie here. I haven't been doing this very long. I started in December on Monica's team, and 3 weeks ago, I started the Skinny Jeans Regiment that she posted. And I don't know if everybody knows that or not, but it's the turmeric and the pink pepper and black pepper and what was the last one? Oh, the Yarrow Palm. And I've been doing it now for almost 2.5 weeks. And yesterday and today, I have had no desire for sugar. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I'm a sugarholic, let me just say, for many, many years. And I could not cut that craving for sugar. And so, yeah, this is starting to show me that I can do this without the sugar in my life, and I also do the lemon and the wild orange in my water. And so that, along with this Skinny Jeans recipe, I think it's going to change my life, is what I'm trying to say here. I'm so happy.
Teresa,
I
would
hate
you
having a sugar.
type that into the chat so we can all have that recipe? It sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll have to. Well, it's not difficult. I mean, the recipe is really easy. It's a
You
whole
put it in the chat
bottle
for us?
of. I don't know how to do that. Is that like a text message or something?
Down
I
at,
can. Go ahead.
down at the bottom of the screen, there's a little bubble that says chat. And if you click on it, then you can type in the recipe for us.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm looking. I'm trying to see it. Oh, yes, I see it. I'm not very computer literate here. I'm trying to do this on my iPad. I'm at my job. I'm a caregiver for a man, and so I'm at my job, and I don't have a computer here, so I'm on my iPad.
Don't
Yes,
worry about it. Okay. Monica put it on there.
Wonderful. We're all
Thank
handled.
you, Teresa. And we loved hearing from you.
Thank you so much.
Does anybody else want to share? Amanda? Anybody? Going once, going twice. Okay, well, if you have anything you want to share about your favorite oil or something that has been working for you recently, feel free to drop it in the chat. The chat is available by the bottom toolbar. There's a little conversation symbol. Press on that. If you don't have access to the chat, that's okay. And if you're joining us here on the Minnows Facebook page, welcome. You're seeing the recording. If you want to communicate, you can put that in the chat if you're in this class here, and welcome. These classes are short. We like them to be about 30 minutes at the most. So my goal is to be done at 8 o'clock. So I'm going to keep this as clear and concise as I am possibly able to. Not my strong point, but I think I can do it. So before we start, what I'm going to ask you to do is have yourself on mute. That way there's no feedback of background noises. And I'm going to basically share my screen. All right. Bear with me. Okay. So thank you all for coming to this fourth class of our daily, for our summer series. And this class is called the Daily Do's for Happy Living, the Heal at Home education series that we're offering through our doTERRA group. So I'd like to start here with this doTERRA lifestyle pyramid, but I'm going to first start by introducing myself again. Hello, and my name is Karen Joy, and I live on the southern coast of Maine with my 7-year-old daughter, my husband, and our 10-month-old puppy. And we have a cat. It's towards her senior years. One of my favorite things to do besides going camping with my family is to teach classes and share the healing power of these doTERRA essential oils. They've really changed my life, and to teach people how to bring health and positive change to their lives by using these products in their daily routine. I, for 20 years, I worked in the clinical laboratory and the healthcare system. So I really value quality and science. So doTERRA really, I was drawn to doTERRA because of the high quality and the extensive testing that doTERRA does to ensure that we're getting a 100% pure, potent essential oil. So that's a little bit about why I kind of got into doTERRA. There's other reasons, but again, this is a quick class. So the possibilities are truly endless and unique for each one of us. And I think the most important thing I can say is to get creative and start experimenting, start small and be consistent. So here is the lifestyle pyramid. I really like this too, because it just makes so much sense to me. Of course, we're going to start with, let's see, I think I just lost something. I'm going to start with the importance of eating right. So, you know, what we put into our body creates the foundation of our health. The second thing is getting some daily exercise. So important to move our bodies, whatever way it works for you as the individual. Rest and manage stress, also very important in our very busy life that we lead. Reducing toxic load. So, you know, there's a lot of toxins all around us, and they are in our personal products, in, you know, what we clean our house with. So that's also another very important thing in our lives. And then on the top, informed self-care. So coming to these classes, you know, kind of taking your oils and going and researching what they do, trying them, that's informed self-care, taking responsibility for your own health, knowing you know what is the most important for yourself. And then finally, proactive medical care. So having someone that you can help advise you, that is supporting you on your journey, but that also has some knowledge that can help guide you. So I basically made a little slideshow and showing like the different ways to build a healthy routine into your daily life. Okay, the value and the power of healthy daily habits. And again, starting small, adding a few things at a time. Just know that one thing that might work for me might not work for you. So you just you can take charge of your own health and again, experiment, have fun. So I'll go through some of the things that I use and that are like, definitely good suggestions. And if there's something that's not on here, you can still add that on. And all of these are kind of based on that pyramid. So I will I will explain as I go. So when you wake up in the morning, I think I heard this once and it stuck with me. How you start your day shapes your day. And I think that's so true. So just a simple daily routine of using balance oil on the bottom of your feet when you wake up. I love doing that. That grounding blend, make your bed. You've already accomplished something. And then using an energizing essential oil like peppermint can be helpful if you are having a hard time getting moving in the morning. You can even just have it at your bedside. So another possibility, and I know it's tempting to have coffee right when you wake up because I feel like that. Maybe you have another sort of morning beverage, but it's best to drink water with lemon first thing in the morning before hitting that coffee. So using the citrus oil in your water, even throughout the day. Dr. Hill suggests lemon, also tangerine and grapefruit because they have high percentages of limonene, which are the cleansing component, antioxidant constituent. And of course, we're exposed to toxins every day. So reducing toxic load and the burden they place on your body's systems and vital organs is really important. Start your day with lemon water. If you're wondering how much water you should drink every day, say you're 200 pounds, you would need half of that in ounces. So 100 ounces of water. But if you were more active, like, hiking, working out, or at high altitudes or outside sweating, you'll need some more. So just kind of experiment and see what works best for you, see how you feel. And using the citrus oil in your water is a nice, tasty reminder to encourage you to drink water throughout the day. That's reducing toxic load. And then informed self-care. Frankincense is really helpful for healthy cellular function. And I like to take 1 drop under my tongue every morning. Okay, the next thing is, again, reducing the toxic load, using clean products. Like sometimes we don't think of our deodorants, of our toothpastes, the soap, the, skincare products. A lot of times there's, just basically chemicals and artificial scents. So as we're exposed to those toxins in all of our products, reducing that toxic load and the burden they place on your systems is really beneficial. The On Guard toothpaste is one of my favorite, the mouthwash. Again, the deodorant, there's several different types. And the skincare, I'll show you a few more examples of that as we go. Again, I'm kind of going quickly, so if you have any questions, then have them saved up for the end of class, and then I will definitely love to answer them. And now we come into eating right. So this is breakfast, and it's a healthy breakfast for some. I'm not going to say what to eat in this class, but it's so important to fuel our bodies, to support our bodies, and to fortify, to strengthen our bodies. Minimally processed whole foods, and then a lot of times complementing them with the right nutritional supplements. I am a lifelong Vitality fan. It has changed my life. I've been taking it every day for over 4 years. I feel more energy, less pain, and also better mood. Also, we have the Mito 2 Max. I love coffee, but I know it's not the best thing for me. So I try to moderate my caffeine intake for energy. And I love the Mito 2 Max because it gives me the energy that I need, but it doesn't drop me after. It doesn't make me like nervous or shaky. So sometimes that would be something that I would use in the morning in replacement of, a caffeinated beverage. So that's breakfast. You can take the Lifelong Vitality in many different ways. And as we go on, I'll give you some more ideas of that. So as you're, in your morning time, say you're at work, say the kids are homeschooling, doing their work, maybe if you're feeling stressed or what have you, do not underestimate the power of diffusing. That is the aromatic way of the essential oils affecting our limbic brain and our whole body system. So just smelling these oils can really change the mood. I love to combine oils, and sometimes I just do one oil alone. For energizing, I'm a hugest fan of wild orange and peppermint. It's just like a creamsicle. So energizing, happy. Say if my daughter is trying to focus on her schoolwork, I will diffuse either basil or spearmint. Feeling really stressed out or wanting to be adapting to the environment, I like Adaptive Blend. And then my favorite uplifting blend is Elevation. So I would diffuse that. You might use one for helping you rest. Again, don't underestimate the power of diffusing, and you can diffuse all day long. But I just put that here because, morning time mid-morning wouldn't be the worst time. And then we come back to the eating right. So now we're at lunch. Again, we talked about, minimally processed whole foods, but here, so say you go out with your friends, you have the French fries, you might want to take some of the Terrazyme. So Terrazyme is our digestive enzymes, and you can actually take 1 to 3 capsules with meals throughout the day. So if you have good fresh raw food, you can take 1 capsule. But if your meal is highly processed, fried food, cooked foods, or those that cause your digestive system discomfort, you can take 2 to 3 capsules with your meal. It's a great one when you're on the go, when you're traveling, or even just your daily life. And then the other thing would be the PB Assist, and you can help to optimize your digestive microbiome, the organisms that keep your digestive system healthy, balanced, also affect your immune system and your mood. And you can use this when traveling to help your immune system. You can use it once daily just for a regular maintenance program, but if you had, say, antibiotics, you could use a little bit more when that digestive flora has been compromised. Again, we have that Lifelong Vitality. There's 3, the omega, the whole food vitamin, and the alpha CRS cellular vitality complex. The full dose is 2 of each 2 times a day with any meal. So I usually do breakfast and lunch, but you can do breakfast and dinner or lunch and dinner. You can also do half dose. You do what's best for you. Again, just some suggestions. And then the afternoon comes along, and maybe you haven't eaten lunch. That happens to me because I get so hyper focused in what I'm doing. So sometimes I run to all 3. I put them in a smoothie: the protein, the fiber, and the greens. You can use these to fill in the gaps as a meal replacement or as a snack when you're on the go. The protein, we have vanilla, chocolate, and vegan, and they're specifically formulated to supplement the areas of your diet that fall short in providing that fuel to your body. Also, that whole food sourced fiber and the pure plant sourced greens. I actually mix the 2 of them together in water. It's almost like an iced tea. So those are great. If you haven't tried them, give them a try. Great to have on hand. And then, when you're dragging in the afternoon, say you're at work or, out and about, I always like to have a Rolo bottle handy to, help with stress or to boost my energy, focus. So we have the, adaptive in the past tense for managing stress. And then for energy, I love the Motivate blend. And then In Tune is the Focus blend. That's another one I use when I want to be paying attention. And then I didn't want to forget about talking about the adaptive capsules, because they are, they have mood boosting, tension reducing effects, and they contain the essential oil blend of lavender, coriander, wild orange, and fennel with scaledium, GABA, and ahi flower. And these aren't, habit forming like other tension reducing tools that we have. And I take this as needed, but you can also take it daily at a certain time as it works for you. Okay, and then so in the afternoon, I have the rest and manage stress. So meditation, yin yoga, restorative yoga are more of the relaxing, calming practices. I go to those when I need to just stop. You can do whatever works for you. Sometimes people like to do a more active practice to help manage stress, more like a hatha yoga. So these are some suggestions I have. And when you come to your practice, sometimes it's nice to have an oil to help calm and ground you and drop into your practice. You can do your practice at any time of the day. I like to do that in the morning sometime, that morning routine. But again, do what works best for you. So lavender is good for calming and grounding. The balance is awesome to diffuse to create that grounded environment. And then the yoga trio, they're really nice. There's the anchor, align, and arise. Again, just try different oils, see what works best for you. And then of course, we talked about the vital necessity of moving our bodies, how it helps our overall physical, our mental and emotional well-being. The Mito 2 Max, we talked about before, good for providing that natural energy if you're feeling a little bit of deficit, to encourage you to exercise. The Deep Blue Rub, it's such a hero product and it works so well for any pains or tension, but it's also good before exercising if you're not feeling that good. If you're feeling a little achy, it encourages you, and the peppermint there's a peppermint in it, will kind of get you energized. So that's a great tool for getting that exercise that you need and bringing the body through, simple range of motion. It doesn't have to be really fast. It can be a nice walk. And a lot of times I feel like for me that I've wanted to do this huge thing and it's not sustainable over time. And I've learned that little things repeated over a long period of time really make lasting change. So think about that when you're considering exercise and anything basically. So for dinner, eating right, reducing that toxic load. So we're having a little beach picnic. And I have the supplements here. So maybe you had your supplements in the morning for breakfast and lunch, or maybe you want to have them with dinner. Again, it's your choice and it might change. Maybe you have a different schedule. Don't worry about it. Just get it in. Get it in where you can fit it in. That's like a Maritza Snyder quote. We have the Lifelong Vitality Pack also in the vegan formula. So I wanted to make sure I highlighted that. Again, the probiotics, PB Assist and Terrazymes. And then up the top, the kids kit. And my daughter takes all of these, and really helpful for supporting our brains and bodies of our little ones. And then you could use your hand sanitizer and then wipe the table off with the hand wipes, and then use a little TerraShield if there's mosquitoes. Because the TerraShield is a safe and effective repellent, a good way to reduce that toxic load. Also the cleaners, the On Guard cleaners really have that immune boosting quality, but very, very effective at getting away those germs that we don't want to get in our system. And then it's time to protect and restore. So part of that empowered self-care, taking responsibility for your own health. And so as we start to move towards taking more responsibility for our health, we create daily essential oil regimens, but we also use natural products to support our well-being. Like for instance, the On Guard blend, the On Guard line, the soft gels, the beadlets, and the beadlets are actually 1/4 of a drop. So those are good for the littles. If they don't mind that sort of On Guard oil, they can use the On Guard beadlets. I thought that was cool. And then the On Guard drops. Again, these are just a few suggestions. Inform self-care. So you're educating yourself and, you know, taking responsibility by using these different healthy, natural alternatives. And maybe they're first line of defense. Maybe you use Western medicine also. It's not an either or, it's a, you know, a bag of tools, and everyone's a little different. And also we talked about having that relationship with a trusted healthcare professional, being proactive. And I like using these things for my first line of defense, instead of being reactive and waiting till something is, you know, really broken. So here we have the reduced toxic load once again. And there's a lot of options. And a lot of times people don't really know quite about all of these other products that doTERRA offers. The skincare line, there's several different ones. There's the top left-hand corner, the Essential Skincare line. There is the HD Clear, which is by the Shower Cord, the Virage, the new Hair Care, and also doTERRA Spa. And I really like to take a bath, and I put essential oils in my Epsom salt. And also you can use your On Guard toothpaste and mouthwash. So many things you can do, make it your own. And then we finally come to our evening. So that bedtime routine. And I've been diffusing a Serenity for years. It's a way that I like ready my space to help me relax. I also sometimes, when I need them, take the Serenity Restful Complex, which is a blend of essential oils with L-theanine, lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile. And they're very gentle, but they help promote relaxation and sleep. And then I use the Calmer blend with my daughter. She loves when I put that on her chest, make a little heart, and on her pillow. And then finally, my favorite thing for myself in the evening is the AromaTouch and Deep Blue on my feet and ankles and my legs, because they get really sore. Not very important to remember that 7 to 8 hours of sleep can be optimal for a lot of people. You know, getting a good night's sleep is so important, even more important than what we put in our body for supplements. So that's one of those foundational things: rest and, you know, decrease stress. So by the end of the day, when you start implementing these small changes, you'll start, over time, you start to see a big shift. It's almost like you can look back and think, wow, I'm a very different person than I was then. And that is the power of these natural products, these 100% pure and potent essential oils by doTERRA. I know we're all here because we all love them. And then, so if you want to take a screenshot here, and this will be on Minnows. This is an example of a daily routine, okay? Morning, afternoon, and evening routine. Some of the things that I recommended, but I do invite you to, you know, just be patient with yourself, really take care of yourself as best as possible, and just start to do little things here and there to make yourself feel good, that are healthy habits. And then over time, I guarantee that you will see some big changes. And then I'd like to end here where we started. Get started with a simple daily routine if you don't have one for you and your family. The possibilities are really endless, and they're unique for each one of you. Get creative, start experimenting. And then, like I said, start small, but be consistent, okay? And now I have space. If anyone wants to ask any questions, if they want me to show other slides, let me know. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And do we have any questions?
Karen, there was a good question that I just did a little quick research on from the product information pages on what age the children's line of supplements, each one can be safely used. And the quick little answer I found was 4 years and older for the chewables. Consult your physician on the omega fish oil. And it wasn't specified on the PB Assist Junior. So if you have any additional information about that, I know we'd all love to hear that.
Yeah, I don't have any additional information, but I have personal experience with Ava. I started her when she was about 3. And, you know, it's something that if you feel like that your child is ready to have some supplements, you are in charge of your child's well-being, and you can make the best decision. Just because the recommendations are at 4, maybe like me, your child's 3 and you start using them and they work. They're safe, but the biggest thing is to notice what the dosage is and try to, consider the size of your child, the weight of your child, and what the recommendations are. Read the bottles, read the packaging.
Karen, did you have a code word for those that are collecting code words?
Yeah, the code word is LLV.
Ah, nice.
Janet, do you have your hand raised?
Yes, thank you.
Hey.
I tuned in a little bit late and there was the recipe with the turmeric in the very beginning. What were they targeting, or what were you targeting with that recipe?
Okay, that was Teresa, I believe. And
Yes, ma'am.
do you want to just quickly tell her what that was? The skinny jean?
Well, it's called skinny jeans. So it's supposed to be like for weight loss. And
Oh, for weight
and
loss.
for
Oh,
me,
okay.
And for me, it's starting to be a great cravings to stop my sugar cravings.
Oh, yes, I could use that. Yes, I am so addicted to sugar myself. Yep.
It's also good for
Yes,
managing
yes.
blood sugar level. So yeah, it's
Okay.
Oh, there we go. That's an awesome thing too. We all need that.
For decreasing sugar levels, is that what you
Oh,
said?
it's for balancing out sugar levels. When you have a
Oh,
lot of
balancing.
sugar, the sugar spikes up and then it goes really low, so it fluctuates. So it helps to stabilize. If you're not having as much sugar, then it helps to stabilize those blood sugar levels.
Yeah.
Which make your
Okay.
mood feel better.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you very much.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Karen, I just wanted to ask, going back to the kids IQ Omega and the vitamins, you said 3 years old. Did you do both of those?
Yeah, so what I do is I think the dosage is 2, but she just takes 1. And then for the Omega, I put a little bit of raw honey on the spoon and then put that in the honey. Not a ton, but just enough that she was getting, some good stuff for that little brain of hers. And she still takes it like that with the honey on the spoon and the orange medicine, she calls it.
Great. I'm looking at, how young I can actually introduce those. I've heard, like with the Terrazyme and the probiotics, you can kind of mix that into their food at any time.
Yeah.
I just have a niece that has a lot of eczema and skin issues, so we're working on gut health and, better nutrition for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Good question.
Thank you.
I just thought I'd add something for a minute, that the PB Assist Junior, I see people who love it or talking about it in the chat. It's so delicious that I use it if I'm having a craving for sweets. So you can count on your kids loving it.
Nice. It is tasty. Like a pixie stick. Terry?
No, I just was reading, I think someone didn't care for the IQ Mega taste. Do you keep that refrigerated? I heard that helps.
Yeah, the taste, if someone's a little sensitive to the taste, it could be a deal breaker. But I think the honey on the spoon with my daughter, she's always good with that. So, and adults can take the IQ Mega as well, as like an additional source of the omega. So. Wonderful. We can take, one more question. We are at 8:03 and I did say it'd be done at 8. So pretty close, but anybody else? Okay. So thank you all for coming tonight. We will have this recording up on Minnows. And again, the code word for the class is LLV. If you end up watching all 4 classes in this summer series, if you contact the person who invited you and give them those 4 code words that you've got from watching the classes, then you will get a completion prize. So, all right. Well, thank you, everybody. And have a good evening from the East Coast. It's about 8 o'clock in Southern Maine, and hope you all have a wonderful week.
Lots of good information. I appreciate it.
Great job.
Welcome. It was my pleasure.
I'm in Texas, so
Nice.
I thank you from Texas.
Oh, absolutely wonderful. You're most welcome. All right.
Okay, thank you.